Hi there and welcome back to yet another riveting episode of my KnitCast. Haha. I am AniLove's and yeah, let's just get straight to it and dive in, why don't we? So last week I told you guys that I did not have any finished objects. I think I did, yeah I did, which was a lie, and I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. I did have one finished object and I completely forgot about it, but it was my son's hat, the Jacksepticeye hat, and that I just basically made over a couple of nights last weekend. This is like an eyeball. That's the iris. This is the, thingy that the eyeball is attached to. And this is a thing. If you search YouTube for Jacksepticeye, you will find this gamer guy that my son is just crazy about. He watches his movies all the time. So he wanted a hat, which I made him, and yeah. No, I cannot pull this off, but there you have it. I did have a finished object. So we'll just put that aside. And this week I do not have any finished objects either, I'm sorry to say. Or no, I'm not. I'm not sorry to say that, because I did cast on a really fun project and I'm doing something for the very first time ever, which I will tell you about in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you my, I don't know if I'm going to call it a hoe, because it's not a half object, it's more than that, but it's not a finished object, and it is this one. My Evenings with Matt has got 2 sleeves now, yay, and it has been properly stitched together now also. So all that remains on this one is to make the edgings on the front and then to do something for the collar. I don't know what to do yet for that. So that one is actually coming together really nice now, and I'm quite happy with it. I am. I don't know if you can tell on this. I don't think I can get the color through properly on this video, but this is like a chocolatey brown color, and it has the snowflakes on the sleeves and down here, and it's a bit longer in the back than in the front, because I like that. I like it when it's kind of shaped a bit in the back like that. And also I did mention that it has a heart on the inside of the left sleeve. You can see here it's a tiny heart, so when you put it on, that comes right here on your left wrist. And the idea behind doing that is, I don't know how you do in other countries, but in Sweden or in Scandinavia you put your wedding band on your left hand ring finger. And the reason for this is this old, I think it's from, I need to think about it. No, I think it's from ancient Egypt, where they used to think that there's a vein going straight from the left ring finger to your heart, which is true, it does. But what we've learned since then, this is like, way back, and what we've learned since then is, of course, all veins go to the heart, but this was what they believed back then. That was why you would put your wedding band on your left ring finger, because it was like the shortest route to the heart, which is still true, because that vein is the shortest route to your heart. So I kind of went with that idea and that notion, and I made this tiny heart on the inside of your left wrist. So yeah, so anyway, I am going to try to figure out what kind of edging I want for this. I think I want something with a pattern, like this white and turquoise snowflakes, but not that big, something smaller, I think. because I really like that. And I'm trying to decide if I just want like a regular collar or if I want to make maybe a hood or something. I don't know. But once I've decided that, the design will be set for this one. And this, the one I have hanging behind me right now, is a size medium. And once that is done completely, I will be making a size large and a size small, and possibly one even bigger than a large, I think. We'll see. But at least 2 more sizes. Because I try to make all my patterns in more than one size so that you can choose, and so there's something for everyone. So that's my grand plan for the evenings with Matt, and I think I'm going to stick with that name. Actually, I kind of liked it. It's and for those of you who haven't seen my previous KnitCast, the name comes from me binge watching Matt Damon movies and stuff like that, and I really enjoy a lot of his work, so it kind of came to be my Evenings with Matt project, and I think I'm going to call it that. Yeah. So there's that. That's almost finished. I did finish that sleeve this week, so kind of FO maybe. I also told you last week that I am trying to get a handle on this whole lace knitting, and I want to knit shawls, or I want to make my own shawl patterns. And this is something I think is knitting lace is really cool, because you have like this bundle of, it just looks like a mess, and once you're done and you block it, and it completely transforms, and it's so cool. And I want to be able to make those patterns because they're gorgeous. So I've been practicing. I just grabbed some old yarn. I don't even know what it is. It's something that was given to me, but in different colors, but on the same kind of yarn. It's a woolen something or other. I think it's pretty old. It probably doesn't exist anymore. And I haven't been knitting a lot on it, but this is my, let's see what's back and front is. Oh, that's right. I think this, my experiment shawl, maybe? That looks like this right now. I'm not sure how far I'd knitted last week. I did some knitting on this one last weekend, just after filming the last episode. But I can't remember how far along I was. And I have to admit that this week, this poor baby has been just sitting in a knitting basket, pretty much. I don't think I've knitted a single stitch on this one since last Sunday or Monday or something. But I am looking forward to continuing, because it's fun, and I am learning. I'm starting to get a handle on how to increase, to get the increases in the right place, and to get the kind of pattern that I want. So we'll see. I'll continue this one eventually. But one project that I have been really cheating on, that I shouldn't have, or at least I didn't plan on cheating on that project, is my Bohemian cardigan. You know, the one that was struggling me. And oh, I made a mess with this one. I had to pull back the entire thing because I had cast on way too few stitches, so I had to redo the whole thing, and I was kind of missing 100 stitches or something. It was a crazy amount of stitches. I don't know what I was thinking. So I ripped it back and I knitted it up again, and realized, you know, somewhere around here, that I had managed to combine 2 different dye lots, and you could really tell. So I had to rip up a lot again and redo it. So, oh, I'm losing a lot of stitches here. I'm just gonna fix that before they are lost and gone forever. There you go. So, I haven't been knitting a lot on this one, but I have started the first pattern. Let's see. I have started the first pattern, just ever so slightly here. and I'm hoping to get a couple of hours on knitting on this one during this weekend at least, because this is also a project that I would really like to get out there. And this is also one, this is a size, I think this is a size extra large. I did do this in with a yellow color base earlier, which you can see in my earlier videos. And I'm doing the same size in turquoise because it's my favorite color. And I want this for myself. But I am going to make this one as well in different sizes before I release the pattern. So I don't know when the pattern will be out. Maybe this fall, probably. But I would really like to get a move on with this one as well, because I love that color. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, you know what? You see that? I dyed my hair earlier today, and apparently, in spite of having dyed my hair like once a month for 20 years or so, I still wow, I managed to dye half my forehead as well. Wow. So I guess I have the wow. Okay, well, whatever. Just ignore that. So anyway, the project that I have cast on that is new this week, which is also something that I have never done before. Not the knitting itself, but it is a cowl. It's a knit-along. It's the first knit-along ever that I have been part of. And I don't know why I haven't done that before. It just, no, I didn't. But I've been seeing this on YouTube, this project. And I kind of thought, you know, that's quick and easy, and that's a nice, I've been missing a transport knitting. I always have a transport knitting because I commute a lot. So I usually have something or other that I can just, that doesn't require that much attention, so that I can be knitting on the train or on the bus or whatever, you know, half asleep. So, and I've been looking at that and I've been thinking, you know, that could be a good project for that. So I watched a video with, I think it was, oh yeah, it was Christy Glass, her video about the same project. And she was talking about this knit-along that is hosted by Espace Tricot. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, probably not. But they are hosting it, and it is the scarfy thing. And this is what mine looks like. Let's see. Yes, the right side. This is what mine looks like at the moment. And what you do is you knit all these different sections and different, I think you cast on this one first, and you pick up and you knit that one that way. And it is, I'm going to show you a picture real quick. This is a free pattern, so that's why I'm kind of not afraid to show you. You see, it's like different sections, and I am right now on that section, section 8. And this knit-along is going on until, I think, May 15, if memory serves me correct. And you can find it on Ravelry. So I kind of jumped in on this Tuesday, like 4 or 5 days ago. And there's not a lot of time, but it's a simple knit, and who cares if I don't finish in time, you know? It's just fun. I do have a lot of leftover yarns, like, you know, tidbits and stuff like that. So I thought it would be fun to make this. So here's mine. And it is, oh, I don't remember the yarn. I'll have to get by on you. I know people are knitting this in more of a fingering weight, I think. But I wanted mine a bit sturdier. So I have, but it's still, you know, it's very, you know, flexible. It's not hard knit in any way. And I quite enjoy how it's turning out. And the coloring, I'm just, you know, going with the flow basically, and deciding under one what I want it to look like. So I've been prioritizing this basically because it's a fun knit. Most of all, it's a fun and easy knit, and because I do want to try to have it done by May 15th. There is, if you post the finished object in time, I think you can win something. I don't remember what it was, but you could win something. And I don't really care about that, but you know, then again, it would be fun. So I'm loving this. I am doing a lot of knitting on this one. Look at that. I'm sure I like this, really, but I think when it all comes together and I get, you know, the rest of it in, I think it's going to look good. I have a lot of fun colors coming up later on. So I'm loving this. It's a really, really fun project. And I will probably be making more of these or something similar like that in the future, I think. But anyway, like I said, it's my first knit along, and it's kind of fun. I haven't really posted that much, and there's a group on Ravelry about the, oh, I forgot to tell you, the pattern is from Beata Jacek. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but she's the owner of Hedgehog Fibers, which I don't have any. I'm kind of going with what I got. But I would like some Hedgehog Fibers, though. I've been sneak peeking, and it's really cool. But she's the one who has made a pattern, and if you search, I think if you just search for scarfy thing, you'll find a pattern on Ravelry, and it's a free download. And you can make this yourself from whatever you got, you know, lying around, or whatever you feel like using. So, yeah, that's it for knitting things for this week that I have and that I've been working with. I do have a limited amount of time to knit because I do work full-time with something completely different, and I commute a lot, and I try to knit during the commuting time, but basically it's like maybe an hour in the evening that I can do some knitting. Sorry. Gotta have my coffee. I was considering showing you my studio office area this week, but again, a lot of work, and I haven't had time to get everything settled in here. I've been kind of moving things around and getting reorganized, and because I have a lot of stuff. We do a lot of crafts at my house. So it's still a mess, and it's not that I mind showing my mess, you know, but I don't think it's that much fun to watch, actually. So I'm going to postpone that until a later date when I am starting to get things the way I like it. Maybe even have some more painting done. I don't like new furniture. I don't know if I told you this, but I don't like new furniture. So basically, all the furniture that I own have been gifted to me. I have a couple of items that I bought, and there are, you know, like mattresses I will buy new, but like tables and chairs and shelves and all that kind of thing is something that I prefer used items, or yeah. And I think pretty much everything that I own is something that has been actually given to me, so I haven't even bought it. I got it for free, and I don't care if there's some damage to it and stuff like that, because I really enjoy fixing them and repurposing things and painting and stuff like that. And my entire work room, I'm looking around here, is, yeah, all of it is items that I have been gifted to me and that I am going to paint, or that have recently been painted. I know you can see I have a drawer back here. That is one of the items that has been painted and that is ready to go. I think I do have a video. No, I don't. No, I don't. Actually, I'm going to show you eventually. It's I kind of fallen in love with the chalk paint from AniLove's, and I've been using that a lot lately. So I will be showing you a few items that I've been doing with that later on. But yeah, so I will give you a tour of my work area. Actually, that's not entirely true, because most of my knitting I will be sitting in a couch in the next room. That's where I do that stuff. But I use this area as my office, and for my smaller crafts, making, you know, like earrings and stuff like that. I will be sitting in here. So I'll show you that eventually. What else? Oh, I do have a small crafts haul, I guess you could call it. I did do a bit of shopping this week, and I've been getting a few like necessities, like zippers and stuff like that. I have decided I am going to make stitch markers and stuff like that. So I've been getting some equipment for that, like this. It's not very exciting, but I've been stocking up on those things. I got some more. These are the ones that I use for making earrings. These are also available in silver. These are just metal, but they are also available in silver, and I am considering making some of my earrings and stuff with silver. They would be more expensive, but I think there's a lot of people out there that would prefer that to metal. I bought some tiny silver bells, which I am thinking about using for making stitch markers or something like that. I'm not sure. It was just a spur of the moment kind of thing when I got those. And I got these are feathers. I'm going to make these will be stitch markers, probably for myself. Haha. Maybe I'll make some to sell as well and put in my Etsy shop. Snowflakes, white ones, and I got some just silver ones as well, because I am truly a winter person, which is also not entirely true. I'm not doing well on truth thing this week, but I do love winter, and it's my autumn is my favorite season, followed by winter, and then spring, and then summer. So I'm kind of the opposite of basically everyone else who just loves summer the most, especially around in these Nordic countries. But I do, and I think it has something to do with the whole knitting thing as well, because, you know, wearing knitted stuff in summer is, you are limited, you're very limited. And I do like to just curl up on a couch on a cold winter's night and knit away and so on. So, and snowflakes is one of my absolutely favorite shapes ever. Second to leaves, which I love the most. I love everything leafy. So if you see anything leafy and that is, you know, looks cool, let me know. I'm going to want it. What else? Oh, I did buy a bit of fabric as well, because I've been seeing, I gotta show you first. Look at this. How cool is that? Huh? Is it upside down? I can't tell. Sunflowers. I went into the shop where I get my fabrics and pins and needles and stuff, because I needed to stock up on that. And I saw this lying on a shelf. It is something that was kind of left over and that they were selling for a discount. And I just saw it and I instantly thought, wow, I could make the coolest knitting bags with that fabric. And it's actually quite a lot. So I think I can make a few. So I will be doing that eventually. I'm not sure probably make a couple to put in my Etsy shop as well. Because, like I said, I have a lot of this fabric. And it's gorgeous. I also do have 2 full drawers that are stocked with all kinds of fabrics. So I think I can probably make 100 knitting bags before running out of fabric. But it's something I've actually never done. I have made totes that I use textile colors to paint or print motifs on, that I use them all the time, and often I have my knitting in those, but I've never actually made a knitting bag, and it never occurred to me to do that until recently, watching YouTube videos and realizing that this is a very popular thing right now. So I thought, why not? Because I do enjoy sewing, and I haven't been sewing a lot for quite some time actually. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at my sewing machines over there. I got a couple of them. And I'm really looking forward to sitting down and having I don't know, a sewing weekend maybe, and just going crazy with fabrics and all, and yeah. So I will be making some knitting bags, and I will probably be looking through some more videos, trying to decide what kind to make. But I'm guessing I will make some large ones and some smaller ones and so on. Yeah, that's it for crafty things this week. I do have a lot more to talk about, but then again, I should probably save something for next week. Maybe, I don't know. I always have something to talk about, so. But I don't want this to last like forever and ever and then some. Just a couple of personal notes towards the end here. What's going on in my life? Busy week at work. Had some sad news. One of my favorite colleagues working with IT security. I do physical security, and he's in IT security, has decided to leave and start working at a different company, which kind of bums me out because he's a really cool guy and a really smart guy, and we've been doing some projects together, and I'm going to miss him. I am. I've been writing a lot at work. I do a lot of security guidelines, and I've been writing training material, educational material for employees as well, which I do kind of like, and which kind of makes me feel that I should do this more often in my own business. So hopefully I will be able to do that eventually. And yeah, well, that's pretty much what my work week has looked like. This weekend I am having a visit from a friend that I haven't seen in a while, and I'm looking very much forward to that. He should actually have his own YouTube channel, I think, because he is amazing in the kitchen. The stuff he's not a trained chef per se. He's just really, really talented. And I'm the kind of person that's, you know, I know my way around the kitchen. I have a tendency to buy all the cool, not all the cool, but all kinds of fun, weird kitchen equipment, and you know, I'm not half bad at cooking, but that guy is, whoa. You should see the things he makes. And in addition, or first and foremost, he is a really, really nice guy. He's one of my closest friends, and he's the kind of person that you can tell anything to, and he's always there for you, and he's awesome. I'm really looking forward to spending a day with him, which will be tomorrow. What is also tomorrow is Walpurgis night in Sweden, and I know there's several other countries also celebrate this. They don't in Norway. Well, a couple of places in Norway, but it's not common in Norway where I come from. So it is a tradition that I haven't grown up with. I moved to Sweden as an adult. But in Sweden they do. It's called Valborg, and which means that there will be a lot of partying tonight and tomorrow as well, because Monday is day off, it's a holiday. And so there's a lot of partying, and they will have large or huge bonfires everywhere tomorrow night, which is Valborg's night, or Walpurgis night. And this is a tradition that is originally from, I'm not sure which country, Germany maybe? And it's about, I think if you translate it, it is basically Witches' Night. And the bonfires were intended to kind of, I think, scare off the witches. But in Sweden, that's not the intended meaning of it. It's more of a celebration of the arrival of spring. So it's kind of nice. I don't make a big deal out of it per se, but you know, maybe I'll go check out the bonfire and maybe I'll film a little, who knows. And however, I do live not far from Uppsala in Sweden, and in Uppsala they go all out. The students go all out for this this day, and they start early in the morning having champagne and strawberry breakfast in the parks, if the weather allows it, and then they are just partying all day, all night, and it's there's people everywhere. There's not an inch of the city that isn't covered in some kind of picnic area, something or other. And they build this really sketchy rafts. So there's a river going straight through the city, and they go rafting down this river, and they will break apart and people fall in the water, and it's just a lot of fun. So that's happening also this weekend. I don't know if I will be watching that in particular. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll bring my friend and we'll stop by in the city and look at the craziness going on there. But today, which is Saturday, my eldest son and I are going to the movies, and we are watching Your Name. It's a new anime that's come out. I really don't know anything about it. It was my son that started talking about that. He wanted to go see this movie, and he wanted to see it, the original in Japanese, with the subtitles. Otherwise, I think you can see it also with dubbed to Swedish, or is it English? I don't know. Anyway, he wanted to go see that movie, and I watched a clip of it, and it looks cool. I would like to see the movie also. So we have, I have I've gotten tickets for us, and we're going to go see that movie in like an hour or so, which means I have about an hour to come up with a movie knit. I tend to bring my knitting with me to the movies. I do, but as it does get kind of dark, and you know, I don't want to use a flashlight or anything to disturb anyone else, but I do enjoy knitting while watching movies. You know, we all use Netflix and stuff, right? I do like to watch movies while knitting, and of course, going to the movies, I would like to bring my knitting as well. So I need to find some kind of knitting that I don't have to look at, that I just, you know, can work with without looking at it. I'm thinking socks maybe, because that's something I could do, you know, like I could do that without looking at it if it's not really a pattern or anything. Just ribbing, I can do ribbing without looking at it. So maybe I'll do that. I have been thinking about getting a new project into my seasons collection. This far I only have the autumn socks and the autumn mittens there, and I would like to do something for spring as well. So maybe I'll start a pair of socks for the spring edition of seasons collections. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that actually. So there will be a new cast on today during the movies, because I don't think scarfy thing will work for that. I do still need to look at it every now and then, because you're joining different sections all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get ready to go to the movies with my dyed forehead, as I have the precision of a drunken ox apparently when I do stuff like that, in spite of 20 years of practice, but oh, whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do that, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.